And welcome to the Football World with Juice for another NFL record prediction. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the EAGLES Eagles schedule, giving you my thoughts, my analysis, and my ultimate prediction of what the Philadelphia Eagles record will be in 2023. That sounds good. Don't forget to like up the video. Of course, subscribe to the Football World with Juice, and get in that comment section, Eagles fans. How do you think the Eagles are going to do in 2023? Are they going to win the Super Bowl? Are they going to win the East again? Are they going to get to the Super Bowl? They've got high expectations. Or are they going to take a step back? Let's find out. Here we go. The Eagles kick off their season in New England, the Tom Brady ceremonial game. I'm going to say, look, I'm a Pats fan. I think it's possible we could beat you in week 1, but I'm going to give you guys the respect right now and say that you will go into New England week 1 and beat us. So you're starting 1-0. Week 2, you play the Vikings at home on a Thursday night. Kirk Cousins on primetime. I think it should be a little better than the game last year, but I still think you should win this game, so you're 2-0. Week 3, you play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home in Tampa. No Tom Brady for them. Of course, they've beaten you the last couple of times, but that was with Brady, and I think a lot of that was due to Brady. So I'm going to say that you will win that game, and you'll start 3-0. Week 4, you play Washington in Philly. This was the game you lost last year, I know, but I think you should win that game. I mean, I think you probably will split with them. Like, Washington has played you pretty well over the years, and I'm going to say that maybe one game, the better team and you guys wins it. The other team, Washington's defense, will steal it. So, yeah. Week 5, you play the Rams in LA. I would say that it's possible you lose this game if the Rams are healthy at this point. And, I mean, but they've just – their defense, it's Aaron Donald, and that's it. Their offense, Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp, Cam Akers, that's really all. I think you should win that game pretty easily, but I mean, I don't know. That's a game I would say you could lose that game if the Rams are healthy. Week 6, you play the Jets in New York. You dominated Aaron Rodgers last year. Your defense, I think, can expose the Jets' offensive line. Your offensive line can block the Jets' front. I think you guys match up very well with the Jets, and I think you should come away with a win in that game. So you're starting 5-0. I mean, you're starting 5-0, looking pretty good. Going into week 7, you got the Miami Dolphins at home. I think you win that game. I mean, Dolphins have a weak offensive line. Those are the games I give you the edge in because your defensive line is so disruptive. Like, I love the way that you guys just can dominate games on the line of scrimmage. So you're starting 7-0, going into week 8 and going to Washington. I think that's when you take your first loss. Week 9, big game of the year right here against the Cowboys. This is the game your fans get up for, and I think you should win that game. I think you guys should split with each other. I mean, they're pretty even, I'd say. In the Cowboys video, I said that one game it'll kind of be a defensive battle, like 2017 or something. Then the other game will be a shootout, kind of like how last year where one game, like I think you dominated one half, then it was a defensive battle from there, and then the second game it was a shootout. So I think that'll happen again. Week 11, you play Kansas City. In Kansas City, I know you want the revenge from the Super Bowl. It's the rematch. I got Kansas City winning this game, though. It's at home. It's in Arrowhead. Yeah, I just going in there. You'll be the underdog. I just think that's a pretty big advantage for the Chiefs. Week 12, you play Buffalo at home. I think you win this game. I mean, Buffalo typically struggles to stop the run, and I think their run defense, if it continues to stink, this is a game where I think you can run all over them. Week 13, you play the Niners, NFC Championship rematch of last year. This is a tough stretch right here where you play Dallas, you play Kansas City, you play Buffalo, you play the Niners, you play Dallas again, and you play Seattle. I mean, that's not an easy stretch. I will say that. I think that the Niners will beat you this year. I think they've got that's a game they've got circled, because last year in the NFC Championship game, they didn't really have a chance because you guys knocked out all their quarterbacks, and I think they're going to go into that game with a chip on their shoulder, and that's a game they want to have back. So, and then I got you losing to the Cowboys in Week 14. Week 15, I think you bounce back with a win over the Seahawks. I mean, this is another game. I think the Seahawks' weakness is on the line of scrimmage, and this is a game I think that you could take over and dominate the line of scrimmage in. Week 16, you play the Giants. You dominated the Giants last year, so I'm going to say you sweep them again. And then Week 17, you play Arizona. They're the worst team in the league. You should stop them in that game. So overall, I've got them going 13-4. I've got them finishing second in the division behind Dallas. I like the Eagles a lot this year again. I think they might take a slight step back in terms of their record, just because this is a tougher schedule than what they had last year. Like they have a couple games that I could definitely see them losing to, that I've got them winning. They've got a couple games that I see them losing that they could definitely win. So, yeah, I mean, I think you'll be a top dog in the NFC again this year. I think you could win the NFC East, but I mean, again, the NFC East champion typically does not repeat. And so I got you finishing second. You got the first wild card spot. I think it's possible you could win the Super Bowl this year. You'll get over the top, maybe. Who knows? But I like them a lot. I like Jalen Hurts now that they're paying him. I like your offensive and defensive lines. I like your receivers. I like your team a lot, and we'll see what happens this year. Let me know, Eagles fans, how do you think your team is going to do this year? Thank you so much for joining the Football World with Juice, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.